sure when you mention the name Voith in the shipping world, everyone thinks instantly of the Voith Schneider propeller, which means that the propeller is well known in shipping. Conventional propellers have a preferred direction of thrust, which is determined by the horizontal rotational axis. The principle of the Voith Schneider propeller is totally different. We have a vertical rotational axis, and this permits the thrust direction to be rotated through 360 degrees, flexibly and steplessly.
Remarkable today is that 80 years ago, an entrepreneur heard of such an idea and then went on to examine it technically. Somehow this also reflects the capability of Voith to pick up technically interesting ideas, develop them further, and eventually turn them into a marketable product. Well, the idea definitely promised a propeller with characteristics that did not exist at the time.
It must have been fascinating for the people in those days to see that a ship can rotate around its own axis, to witness a ship that is so maneuverable that it can change direction with minute precision, and all this at breathtaking speed.
Yes, since then we have built almost 4,000 propellers. But of course, the propellers from those days cannot be compared with the products we manufacture and sell today.
The key element of thrust generation are 4, 5, or 6 blades. These blades are mounted in a rotor casing and oscillate during the rotation. This oscillating movement is realized with a mechanical transmission that we call kinematics.
If I have a ship that sails straight ahead for 3 weeks, it's probably not the right propeller. But it is ideal for ships that have to position themselves dynamically. For example, platform supply vessels, and also floating cranes. Today, Voith water tractors are used for escorting and in the offshore sector. The truly classic application is the harbor tug for ship assistance. Increasingly, Voith water tractors are also used at new oil and gas terminals. We have equipped research vessels, double-ended ferries, and also mega yachts. These are, of course, areas for which the Voith Schneider propeller is simply predestined. Highly accurate, very fast, very precise.
This is its strength, and this is why it makes sense to use it in such applications. For example, it can change from full ahead to full astern within 5 seconds. This is 5 to 10 times faster than any other propeller you can find.
Yes, it is certainly a heavy load on the propeller, but the propeller has been built for such loads. This is its daily bread, and it must be capable of handling them, and it has been handling them successfully for decades. The core components of the Voith Schneider propeller are produced at Voith Turbo Marina at our plant in Heidenheim. Among them, for example, the bevel gear. Worldwide, there are only very few people and machines who know how to cut these bevel gears. We have such a machine in our production facilities, and we carry out this job ourselves to retain control of the quality of these core components.
Yes, research and development are highly important to us. We've massively invested in research and development, which means we've utilized the last 80 years to gain an advantage for us. We're in a lucky position as we're one of the few propeller manufacturers with our own test tank. We have an efficient numerical tank where we carry out intensive calculations. And when you look at the propeller carefully, you'll find that a lot has changed. The propeller is now much bigger. The propeller has become more robust. Its power has significantly increased. When I mention efficiencies between 70 and 75%, I'm not saying this is the end of the line. There is further potential to increase this figure. With a Voith water tractor, for the first time, a ship has been developed that has its propellers at the bow. The towing equipment has remained in the stern. This means that the propellers are far away from the towing area, far away from the hawser, and therefore ensure stable power conditions. The fin in the stern area makes sure that the ship sails straight ahead, which means it guarantees high core stability. The Voith water tractor is also excellent in high seas. The large protection plate below the propellers, the vertical rotational axle of the propellers, and the fin stabilize the ship.
The Voith turbo fin ensures a longer flow around the skeg and increases lift.
When the Voith water tractor is in escort service, when it operates in an indirect method, the fin is a vital element for achieving such high steering forces.
The Voith water tractor can safely take over a rope at the bow of an incoming ship. Additionally, the captain of the tractor does not have to worry about things like, into which direction do I have to steer? Thanks to the easy handling of the water tractor, he will do the right thing intuitively, and therefore bring himself, his crew, and also the tractor to safety. Our service is organized in such a way that our customers can obtain spare parts within the shortest of times. Wherever you are in the world, you will always find a local contact for Voith Turbo Marine. This contact will ensure that your ship is back in service as quickly as possible. Apart from the advantages of the Voith water tractor in terms of operation, it is also an attractive commercial solution for every tug operator when it comes to financial considerations. Because due to its robustness and its long service life, its life cycle costs for maintenance and for service are so low that such an investment pays off within a few years.